episode number 24 of Straight Fire Picks for June 20th, 2021. We got a fresh set on tap for you here tonight. We got Major League Baseball, we got NHL and NBA playoffs for you. Got a couple different picks. We got some player prop bets that we're going to go over. So it should be a good night of action. First thing we're going to do, we're going to go over the results from last episode. Okay, so last episode was not my finest work. On my normal picks, I went 1-4, and in the quickfire round, I went 3-1. So total, we went 4-5 on our picks. Ended up being okay with the player prop picks. I had a lot of the player props were pretty good. Outside of that, though, a lot of the game results did not work out in our favor, which is going to happen. I've been on a heater for a little while anyway, a few episodes, and this definitely brought me back. So, I ended up losing a little bit of money this round. Not too much, but I did lose a little bit. Number one, I had over 221.5 points in the Hawks 76ers game. That did not happen. Once again, the defense kind of showed up late. Looked like it was on track most of the game. The second half rolled around, and we just did not see the scoring that we wanted to see. But, it happens. We had the Hawks money line versus the 76ers at home, plus 122 in Game 6. I thought the Hawks would come out and look to put this away. Thought they would have the answers. They came out of the gate rolling. They were hitting shots. They were up by 10 early in the first quarter. It was kind of different from the last few games in that they got off to a fast start. Looked like they were carrying that momentum over that we talked about from the previous two games. And then the second half, just couldn't close the deal. Trae Young played pretty well. Overall, I thought the Hawks played decent. Both teams played pretty hard, and Sixers just pulled it out. I think at the end of the day, talent won at the end of that game, and size. Joel Embiid is just huge. So, once again, Seth Curry was phenomenal in back-to-back games. He had 24 last game. He had 36 prior to that in the game before, so he's been phenomenal. And I'm going to have something on him for the player props as well, just so you know. Number 3, I had the Clippers money line versus the Jazz. This is the one thing I did hit. And when I went to bed, I was certain I was going to go 1-5. I went to bed at halftime when it was 72-50 at halftime. It was ridiculous. And, of course, Clippers came back and won by 12. Go figure. 131-119. Couldn't believe it. So I did hit on that. I was very happy because I was not expecting that. Kind of helped save my night. Number 4, I had over 5.5 goals in the Knights-Canadiens game. Once again, got right to 5 goals. Third straight game. I'm staying away from that bet this time. Even though I have a feeling like it's going to hit now, I'm not running it back for a fourth time on the over. Really thought it would hit, but Carey Price, guys, is just unreal. Right now, I can't bet against him anymore. I made the mistake. Canadians are kind of, one of the teams I pull for. Normally all year, I usually bet on them quite a bit throughout the year, and I've slowed down in the playoffs, and look where they are now. I would have been making mad money on the Canadians, so we might try to fix that this episode as well. Number 5, we had over 9 runs in the Mets-Nationals game. This game ended 1-0. Literally not even close. And then in the quickfire round, we had our player prop bets, and these ones did pretty good. I had Kevin Huerter 3 made threes. This was actually a great bet that didn't hit. This is the only one I missed, but I felt great about it. Kevin Huerter played awesome. Could have taken any prop bet on him except for this one. He had like 11 rebounds, 17 points. Played great. Had some assists. Hit pretty much all his player props except this. He hit 2 threes in the first half. I needed 1 3 from him in the second half. I told you I went aggressive because I really believed he was going to hit 3 threes. Played great. Just didn't get that third 3. So I didn't hit on that. I had Capella over 10.5 points. That hit. Capella had 14 and 10. Very solid game from Capella. Batum over 9.5. He had 16. That one hit pretty easily as well. Minus 112 odds there on that as well. On FanDuel Sportsbook, by the way. And then Reggie Jackson, 3 threes. Minus 144. Reggie Jackson, 3 of 7 from 3. He was able to hit that as well. And Jackson had a very good game. About 27 points there against the Jazz. Again, my theme was role players at home, and they all delivered. All four of these guys all delivered. Herter just missed the three. You know, if you took any other player props on him, that was one of the things I did say last episode. You know, you don't necessarily take these bets in specific, but look at role players at home in big games. They're good bets to take. They really are. All right, so yeah, like I said, we went 1-4 in our normals, 3-1 in the quickfire, total of 4-5. Really not that bad for how bad it started. Like I said, those player props helped kind of salvage the night, which was good. So that brings our total to 53, 53-1 on the year in our normals, and 24-16 on our quickfire round. So the quickfire round has been really hot, guys. I've been sticking more to player props lately, and they've been coming in. So that takes us into our picks for tonight. So number one, I got the Atlanta Hawks alternate plus 7.5 point spread versus the Sixers at minus 116. Listen, guys, these teams have been battling. It's been fun to watch. Great battles in the last 3-4 games of the series. Very close all three games. I expect no different for Game 7. Capella's a great defender. Capella's going to show up. Trae Young's going to show up. Hawks are going to be there. Like I said, look at the role players, though, for the Sixers in this game. I wouldn't necessarily recommend going that way for the Hawks particularly, although I do have one for the Hawks that I think is going to hit. That's a good value pick, I believe. And then, so yeah, we got Hawks plus 7.5, alternate spread minus 116. That's number one. Number two, we got the Phoenix Suns minus 4.5 spread versus the Clippers minus 108. Suns have been my pick all playoffs, guys. No reason to hop off the train here. They've been very consistent. Swept the Nuggets 4-0. I picked the Suns all 4 games. Made great money on them. I picked them against the Lakers. I'm picking them against the Clippers. Even without Chris Paul, I think Cameron Payne fills in well. I'll have a player prop bet for him as well. I think he has a big game. He'll play well at home. And then number 3, this bet came in today. I won money on this. This was not featured in an episode. It just barely came in. But this one, again, I like it. Over 8.5 runs in the Pittsburgh Pirates Cleveland Indians game at minus 122, guys. Listen, the line was 8.5 and ended up being 9 today, so it just barely hit right in the 9th inning. But you got Brubaker on the mound here for the Pirates, 4-5, 3.88 ERA. But you got Hentges on the mound, 1-1, 7.57 ERA for the Indians. So 2 inflated ERAs here. Indians have been scoring a lot of runs. I understand we're not going to have Jose Ramirez probably again tomorrow, but that's fine. Pirates have a good offense, and Indians have enough to produce some runs. So you'll definitely see, I think, over 8.5 here. It's a good bet. Number 4, I'm finally hopping back on the Canadians bandwagon, guys. Canadians money line versus the Golden Knights, plus 144. Carey Price for the Canadians has been unreal, guys. It's crazy what the Canadians have been able to do in the playoffs. It's exciting to watch, and I think they get it done again, and they sweep the home series and take a 3-1 lead in the series overall. I'm rolling with them. I'm putting my loot on them. So we'll see what happens, but I'm hopping back on the bandwagon, baby. All right, number 5, we got over 216.5 points in the Hawks-Sixers game, minus 110. Listen, guys, this bet is due. At the end of the day, we've been on track for the over in this game in the first half a lot. Second half, things tighten up. But man, I just think about all the 3-point shooting that both these teams do. I think about Joel Embiid. I think about Trae Young. I think about points. The first couple games it was happening, it hasn't the last few. The overs do, guys. It's coming in. Over 216.5. I think. I feel like it's going to be hard to miss this. So I'm running it back on this. All right, guys. Takes us to our quickfire round. Number 1. This is a bet I really like. I have Kevin Herter to get 6 rebounds. Guys, he had 11 last game. He had about double what I'm asking for this game. 6 rebounds is plus 225 odds on FanDuel, guys. So $25 bet's going to pay you like 55, 60 bucks. I think you take that. I think it's 55 it'll pay you. Or a little bit more. Maybe 56, 57. Just for 25, yeah, of course you can go heavier. I recommend a $25 bet for that. I do like that bet. Herter's been getting the most minutes on the team to go with that, guys. If you're paying attention to the box score, Herter logged even more minutes than Trae Young the other night, which is so weird. Kevin Herter barely even came off the floor, which is very strange to me. But I think, that's exactly why I'm taking him to get these rebounds, too. Coming off a great game. I don't feel comfortable taking points on Herter or even threes. I don't know offensively how well he'll perform. Defensively, he doesn't really have much of a choice. He'll be there. He'll be in the right spot 6 times. I'll take the rebounds. And then number 2, we got Seth Curry, over 16.5 points, minus 102. He hit in the last 3 on this, 24 and 36 on the last 2, and he had 17 in the game before that. Pretty easy bet there, guys. On the last 2 games, he hit it easily. Wasn't even close. Number 3, you got Cameron Payne for the Phoenix Suns, over 15.5 points, plus 100 odds. In the absence of Chris Paul, guys, look for Cameron Payne to fill in and play well. He's a good player. Just needs an opportunity. I think he scores 15.5 points. On the same note, with role players here for the Suns, I got Mikal Bridges, over 12.5 points, minus 112. We got to fill that scoring void there from Chris Paul, and I think these guys get it done. Suns roll in game 1, baby. Okay, once again, 1-4 in normals last episode, 3-1 in the quickfire round, 4-5 total, 53-53-1 on the year, dead even. And in the quickfire round, we are 24-16 on the year. Okay, guys, that is going to do it for me. Those are our results. Those are our picks. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Until next time, peace.